Crypto, obviously, right now getting crushed.
Tonight, a massive sell-off of cryptocurrency, erasing more than $200 billion from the entire market in a single day.
Bitcoin is down more than 50% from the high.
1 minute it looks like the market's going to rip. The next minute it looks like the market's going to dip. And I don't know what in the world's going on, so I'm out no mas.
You know, as an old guy, and I still own Bitcoin. I'm waiting it to drop down to 20K, and I'll probably start buying some more. But I actually had to sell, rent from my apartment buildings. I had to sell oil, and I actually had to sell gold and silver. So there was actually something tangibly produced. Where does Bitcoin or Ethereum or Dogecoins or NFTs come from?
The price of Bitcoin plunging to its lowest level in 16 months. The second largest digital currency, Ether, tanking below $2,000 a coin, down more than $1,000 from a month ago. The numbers sending some investors spiraling, fearing they could lose it all.
What is happening right now?
A lot of people are in a world of hurt right now, and they're getting a rude awakening of what it's like to be in the crypto markets again. Crypto is a roller coaster, so you gotta buckle up and enjoy the ride.
Back in the late 90s, everything was .com, and they were getting these billion-dollar valuations. And it is true that the internet was the future, but not all those companies. 99% of them go bust. And I think it'll most likely be the same with crypto. There will come, maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum will come out winners in the long run, and will be here. I don't know what purpose they'll serve. I don't know if they'll be transactional in the case of Bitcoin, or be more of a digital reserve asset, store value. I'm not quite sure, what place it'll play, but I think it'll most likely play out the same way the dot-com bubble burst in the 1990s.
As institutional investors leave the traditional markets, they're also taking money out of cryptocurrencies, and that is causing a huge amplified dive in the crypto markets.
In total, it seems crazy to say, but I'm down around $35,000.
I actually lost over half my portfolio.
I've lost many big amounts of money.
One of the hardest hit coins, Luna, erasing 99% of its value, now worth nearly nothing.
I mean, this is the definition of a black swan event. This is the Lehman Brothers collapse of crypto.
There are people saying that they've lost hundreds of thousands, even more than 1 million in this sort of cryptocurrency spiral. But experts tell me while that is likely true for some people, that is not true for the majority of people. In fact, I'm told common advice when it comes to crypto is investing anywhere from 1 to 5% of your overall net worth. And the rule here, as with any investment, always be prepared for the possibility that you could lose it.
In this 20-year-old age group are so into crypto that that's all they have. And right. to the point where a lot of times the fresh and fit guys will have to lend them money for lunch. Not because they don't have money, but all their money is in crypto, 100% of it.
They're
and not
just billionaires, but no cash.
Yeah, or millionaires or thousandaires, maybe in this case. But it's not in Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's in all these lesser known altcoins that they think are gonna or have the potential to go up 1,000x, and they're trying to be the next superstar on Instagram, billionaire or whatever that gets rich in crypto, and then they just get completely wiped out, and it gives them that very, very difficult lesson that young investors have had to learn throughout the ages, that it's not different this time.
So there's 3 kinds of people in the world when it comes to money. There's an investor, a trader, and a speculator. I am an investor. So the moment I started buying Bitcoin, I wasn't a trader. A trader is somebody who's going to buy it and sell it. A trader, like in real estate, is kind of a flipper. They buy a house to flip it. That's what traders do. And a speculator is a gambler. And I would say most people who are chasing Dogecoins and all this other stuff and Bitcoin, and they're speculators. They're all kind of gamblers hoping it'll go up. That's not what I do. So I am an investor. So when Bitcoin crashed, I made more money. You see, and the guys who are losing money right now is because you're not a trader, you're a speculator.
I said, well, why would you keep investing in it I said, because you guys are the future. But in the meantime, you're just peeing in the ocean. I mean, that's what, 21 million Bitcoins? Trying to fill up an ocean?
What is it, 90 trillion or so, I think is kind of global money supply, somewhere in that range, 90 to 100 trillion, depending on how you count it.
Yeah, it's impossible to count. Because what happened, I'll give a quick history. This is the 50th anniversary of the fake dollar. So in 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. And that's when I became a gold bug. I said, well, at least gold is more real than the dollar. The same as I've been in silver since '64. So when I saw Bitcoin come along, I didn't understand it, you know, and by the time I hit 20,000, I was getting excited. But being an old guy, I always know it retraces. So I just waited for it to retrace. It retraced to 7. I think it go down to 3 or something. But, you know, by the time I woke up again, you know, it was at 7. And then I said, hit 9. I said, I better back up the truck now. Because why would you chase something on the way up? You want it to come back, retrace, and then go back into it.
So many of those young guys out there, they're Bitcoin millionaires. But as the market started to crash, they became afraid. And the reason for that is because they got rich being speculators. They got lucky. You know, they just happened to buy 10,000 Bitcoin at $1 each, and now they're multimillionaires. But as it comes down, and the reason they're afraid is if Bitcoin goes to 0, which it possibly could, I'm not saying it will, they're wiped out.
To me, crypto is not much different than the US dollar. You just print it. You just create it. I don't know much. I have an old brain, but to me, where did that come from? They made it up. That's my opinion, and I'm willing to be wrong on this one. But I own oil wells, and to me, oil is money. But I have to dig it up. I have to ship it someplace. I own oil, gold companies, gold mines, and silver mines. So we dig it out, and we actually ship it somewhere. But hundreds of millions of crypto come in. Didn't it just come off a computer?
Institutions don't own Bitcoin. Like the central bank doesn't own Bitcoin because Bitcoin goes against the central bank. So that's why it's the Fed, the European Central Bank, the Japanese Central Bank, Bank of England. They don't like crypto. That's important to understand.